Relationship area you should work on. Check timeline for your zodiac sign. Aries. The relationship area you should work on most is boundaries. Your drive, passion, and ambition are powerful, but they can sometimes come across as overwhelming to the people you love. You tend to push forward at full speed, assuming others can keep up, when they may need more space or gentler pacing. Learning when to slow down and step back will strengthen your relationships. Boundaries don't weaken connection, they protect it. Not every situation requires intensity or immediate action. Giving others room to process, speak, and exist without pressure shows emotional maturity. Respecting limits, including your own, helps prevent burnout and conflict. When you balance your strength with patience, your relationships feel safer, more sustainable, and far more fulfilling for everyone involved. Taurus. Flexibility is the relationship skill you need to develop most. You often protect yourself by keeping emotional walls high and sticking firmly to your routines and beliefs. While this gives you a sense of safety, it can also limit intimacy. Relationships require movement, compromise, and openness to change. Being stubborn or resistant may prevent deeper connection from forming. Letting go of rigid expectations doesn't mean losing control. It means allowing growth. Try opening up emotionally, even when it feels uncomfortable. Allow others to influence you sometimes. Relationships thrive when both people feel free to evolve. When you soften your grip and stay open-minded, you create space for trust, vulnerability, and genuine closeness to grow naturally. Gemini. Consistency is the relationship area you should focus on improving. You thrive on excitement and change, but that can sometimes lead you to pull away when things become emotionally challenging. Saying one thing and doing another can confuse or hurt your partner, even if it wasn't intentional. Relationships need follow-through, not just good intentions. Showing up consistently builds trust and emotional safety. Avoid disappearing when things feel heavy or uncomfortable. Instead, stay present and communicate openly. Growth doesn't come from avoiding difficulty. It comes from working through it together. When you commit to being reliable in both words and actions, your relationships become stronger, more stable, and deeply rewarding without sacrificing your natural curiosity. Cancer. Communication is the relationship area you should work on most. When you're hurt or upset, your instinct is to retreat inward and protect yourself by shutting down emotionally. While this feels safe in the moment, it often leaves problems unresolved and creates distance. Avoiding conversation doesn't make issues disappear. It allows them to grow quietly beneath the surface. Expressing your feelings openly helps your partner understand your emotional world more clearly. You don't have to be confrontational to be honest. Sharing what hurt you creates space for healing and reassurance. Your emotions are valid and deserve to be voiced. When you choose communication over withdrawal, you strengthen trust and prevent misunderstandings from quietly eroding your connection. Leo. Vulnerability is the relationship area you should focus on strengthening. You often project confidence and strength, but you hesitate to share your deeper emotions because you fear being judged or seen as weak. This can create emotional distance, even when love is present. Your partner doesn't need you to be invincible. They need you to be real. Opening up about your fears, doubts, and insecurities allows genuine intimacy to grow. Vulnerability doesn't diminish your power, it deepens it. Letting someone see your softer side builds trust and emotional closeness. When you allow yourself to be emotionally honest, you invite stronger bonds and mutual understanding. Your relationships thrive most when pride makes room for emotional openness. Virgo. Understanding is the relationship area that needs your attention. You hold yourself and others to high standards, which can unintentionally create pressure. While growth matters to you, expecting perfection can strain connection. Your partner, like you, is human and learning as they go. Accepting flaws, both theirs and your own, allows relationships to feel safer and more compassionate. Love doesn't require constant fixing. Sometimes it simply needs patience and grace. Let go of the need to control outcomes or behaviors. When you replace criticism with understanding, communication becomes softer and more productive. Relationships flourish when they're built on empathy rather than correction. By embracing imperfection, you create space for deeper love and emotional ease. Libra. Healthy selfishness is the relationship area you should work on most. You naturally prioritize harmony and often place others' needs ahead of your own, sometimes at your own expense. While this makes you compassionate, it can also lead to resentment and emotional exhaustion. You are allowed to express your desires and take up space without guilt. Constant people-pleasing does not equal love. It slowly erases your individuality. Learning to advocate for yourself strengthens relationships rather than damaging them. When you honor your needs, you teach others how to treat you. Balance doesn't require self-sacrifice. True harmony exists when both partners feel equally valued and emotionally fulfilled. Scorpio. Trust is the relationship area you should focus on developing. You love deeply, but guard your heart fiercely, often expecting betrayal before it happens. While caution can be protective, assuming the worst without evidence creates emotional distance. If someone gives you real reasons to doubt them, trust your instincts. But if they don't, allow yourself to soften. Constant suspicion can push intimacy away instead of preserving it. Trust requires vulnerability, which feels risky but necessary for real connection. Giving the benefit of the doubt doesn't mean losing control. It means choosing closeness over fear. When you allow trust to build naturally, relationships become safer, deeper, and more emotionally satisfying. Sagittarius. Dependency is the relationship area you should work on most. You value independence so strongly that you sometimes forget relationships require mutual reliance. You may unintentionally neglect your partner by prioritizing freedom, self-sufficiency, or personal pursuits. While independence is a strength, refusing support can create emotional distance. It's okay to lean on someone and allow them to be there for you. Letting another person share responsibility doesn't make you weaker. It deepens connection. Relationships thrive on teamwork, not emotional isolation. Opening yourself up to shared vulnerability allows intimacy to grow. Whether you're partnered or single, learning that closeness doesn't equal confinement will help you build more balanced, emotionally fulfilling relationships. Capricorn. Kindness is the relationship area that needs your attention. You can be highly critical, often focusing on what needs improvement rather than what's already good. While your intentions may be rooted in growth, constant critique can feel discouraging to your partner. Not everything needs fixing, and not every flaw requires commentary. Softening your approach creates emotional safety. Compassion and patience matter just as much as honesty. Be mindful of how your words land, especially regarding things beyond your partner's control. Express appreciation more often and lead with encouragement instead of judgment. When you balance accountability with warmth, your relationships feel more supportive, respectful, and emotionally secure for both of you. Aquarius. Respect is the relationship area you should work on most. You value independence and individuality, but at times, you can become emotionally detached or dismissive of your partner's needs. Relationships require consistent consideration, not just intellectual connection. Respect means listening, validating emotions, and showing up even when it feels inconvenient. You don't have to fully agree to acknowledge what matters to your partner. Making an effort to understand their emotional world strengthens trust. Emotional presence is just as important as freedom. When you demonstrate care through action and attentiveness, your relationships gain stability and depth. Mutual respect creates a foundation where both partners feel secure and valued. Pisces. Self-love is the relationship area you should work on most. You give endlessly to your partner, often prioritizing their needs while neglecting your own well-being. While your compassion is beautiful, ignoring yourself leads to emotional depletion and imbalance. Loving yourself doesn't mean loving others less. It means setting boundaries and honoring your limits. You deserve the same care and gentleness you so freely offer. Taking time for rest, reflection, and personal fulfillment strengthens your relationships rather than harming them. When you nurture yourself, you show up more fully in love. Self-love is not selfish. It is essential for sustaining healthy, reciprocal, and emotionally nourishing connections. Thank you for watching, and let me know your thoughts in comments box. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the updates.